Hi, I'm Christine Yokoi, and I'm responsible for the product strategy for our talent management applications.
Hi, I'm April Hawthorn, and I have responsibility in product management for our AI for HCM applications.
Thank you for attending this session about harnessing skills to align your talent to your business strategy. So aligning your talent to your business strategy, this is at the core of human capital management, and it's been an ongoing, ever-present key goal of businesses. And we've been talking about it for many years. What's different now, or what we see as something that's new and different about aligning talent to the business strategy is really looking at the role that skills are playing today. Skills are at the core of every talent process in an organization, and they're the fuel that powers your organization and your organization's growth. So having a good understanding of the skill needs of your organization and of the skills that your workforce possesses helps ensure a more effective approach to strategic talent decisions. So at Oracle, what we want to do is to support our customer organizations in answering these essential questions and enable skills-driven talent management. So some of these questions are about who in the organization has the critical skills that we need, and where do we have skills gaps? How do we know we're sourcing the right talent or developing the right skills? And then also, how do we keep an ever current view of our skills landscape within the organization? We see skills-driven talent management as supporting individuals in knowing what skills are in demand and what training and experience can help them to grow those skills. And for employees, this can mean things like participating in a project that helps to grow your skills, or connecting with another colleague in the organization that has experience and learn about how they use skills in their career. And managers can also play a key role in guiding their teams to develop the skills that are the most essential to the business. And from an organization perspective, when we look at skills-driven talent management, we need to keep a pulse on the skills that the business demands and to track them. And having a grasp of that skills landscape then enables you to pursue the development and hiring and mobility initiatives that are aligned with the skill needs on an ongoing basis. Today, as business and technology are moving at a really frantic pace, understanding the latest skills available and required in the workplace is more important than ever before. So the increasingly dynamic nature of jobs and skills, like new jobs and skills constantly emerging, and some jobs and skills may be deprecating, that presents a heightened challenge for skills-driven talent management. So we think there's a new approach that's required to address the current environment. And our solution from Oracle to address these needs is Oracle Dynamic Skills. With Oracle Dynamic Skills, we use the power of AI to identify, understand, and detect the skills which reflect your business and your culture, and to also dynamically maintain and keep these skills refreshed over time through a uniquely tailored customer skills inventory. So this would be understanding your business and culture and unique to your organization. Then, using this AI-driven inventory, the system can present personalized skill recommendations to employees, candidates, hiring managers, and administrators across a variety of different talent management processes, like recruiting and career development. And we've also, with Oracle Dynamic Skills in the solution, invested in having an engaging user experience, because we want to encourage employees and managers to continually update, discover, and manage their skills and their development. And we know that the ease of use and repeated use on an ongoing basis is what drives an always current picture of that skills landscape and continuous development of the right skills. So with that, why don't we take a look at a couple of examples of Oracle Dynamic Skills. So here we are looking at an employee. So if you're an employee, Dynamic Skills can help you to update your profile. In the upper part of the page, we see skills that I'm developing as an employee and then skills that I have attained. And then in the lower half, what we're seeing here are skills recommendations. These are presented by AI, and they may be recommended to me as an employee because of my job or because of certain careers of interest that I've indicated in the system, or of other people that are like me. And I could look at these skills recommendations and easily add them to the skills that I want to develop or the skills that I have. And the recommendations help me to either remember skills that I have, but I didn't think to add to my profile yet, or they can also help me to uncover additional skills that maybe I do want to think about and develop because they're required by the organization or because other people like me are working on them, or because they're related to the careers that I'm interested in. And here we have a look at a skills focused page. So here, this page is showing information related to the skill Agile Project Management. And as an employee, I can learn more about this skill. So I'm seeing different resources related to the skill, such as jobs that if I am skilled in Agile Project Management, these are jobs that require that skill, so they may be relevant to me. And I could also see learning that can help me develop the Agile Project Management skill. And then I'm also seeing suggestions for people. These are what we call career ambassadors. And career ambassadors are people who are open to talking with others about their careers and their experience. So these are people that I could connect with to maybe learn more about how Agile Project Management helped them in their career. So these are just a few examples of dynamic skills recommendations and how it can support an employee in an employee's career growth. And now I'd like to take a look at some other ways that dynamic skills supports our various stakeholders to make the most of skills in different scenarios. So here are some more scenarios of skills-driven talent processes. On the left are different cases where AI provides skills recommendations. For example, we talked about an employee adding skills to their profile, but we also recommend skills to candidates to add to their profile as they're applying for a job. And we recommend them to hiring managers and recruiters as they are creating job requisitions. On the right side are scenarios where the system can recommend opportunities to employees or hiring managers or leaders in HR, such as recommending potential careers for an employee, or recommending potential candidates for a succession plan for a leader or an HR business partner that's doing succession planning. And so with these opportunity recommendations, we are going to leverage the rich skills data in addition to other data that we know about for example, the position or the employee, depending on that scenario. And it helps the system to provide the most relevant recommendations. So as you can see, there's many situations where we provide these intelligent recommendations, and they can support users in various skills-driven talent processes across the organization and help them to take the right action and make more informed decisions. I hope this was a helpful overview of the value that Oracle Dynamic Skills can provide to our customers. And now I'd like to hand it over to April so that she can talk about our technology and how Oracle Skills Solution is unique in the market.
Thank you, Christine. That was a really great overview to give you a sense of how valuable skills can be. And while we all know the value of skills, the getting started part can be one of the biggest hurdles to overcome. When you either have to consider at the beginning of your journey, either purchasing a skill taxonomy or capturing skills from your organization. And not every company has a skill taxonomy to work with or skills data to work with. When you consider asking employees to enter in their skills, that can create a maintenance nightmare for HR talent management teams. You deal with problems such as many versions or variants of a skill. For example, if I type in Microsoft Excel and Christine types in Excel, those are great examples of the same skill, but different variations. Controlling those variations, dealing with spelling errors, and dealing with skills that just don't belong. If I add Jedi Knight to Christine's profile, that might be a skill you may not want others to see. And lastly, new skills are cropping up all the time, and other skills become out of date. And for HR departments that are already stretched really thin, this manual maintenance process is not a great solution. As we were thinking about building AI technology for skills, we really started with a very different approach. Some of the HR data that you already have today, such as your recruiting data, job requisitions, your talent profiles, are already a very rich source of skill information. They're just not parsed out into individual skills. Using AI, we can take that information, whether or not you have an existing skill taxonomy or existing skills, and marry that to our global model. And the result is a very tailored and customer-specific skills inventory that speaks your language and identifies skills in a way that's very comfortable to your organization. So let's talk a little bit about this. When you're getting started with skills, there's sort of two types of customers that we've seen so far. Some of our customers have come to us with existing skill taxonomies, or they've taken efforts to start to define skills within their organization. Others have come to us with absolutely no skills, and they're looking for a place to get started. And one of the things that we are focused on with AI is solving some of these key challenges. So we look from an AI lens on how we can automate some of that manual skill management that we talked about, such as dealing with skill variants and allowing new skills to emerge. Wherever you are in your skills journey, whether you have an existing taxonomy or whether you have no skills, our AI engine is designed to help you get started. So let's take a look at the AI engine itself. We start for all customers with what we call a global skills model. You can think of this as a skills taxonomy. That taxonomy has been fed with over 190,000 skills and has already mapped skill variants so that we have a very consistent skill recommendation system out of the gate. For our customers, when we install dynamic skills, we start to take all of the data that you've already got, your recruiting data, talent profile data, and job profile data, and merge that with our global skills taxonomy. The result is your customer tailored inventory, and all of the skills that you'll start to see being recommended are going to speak your language. Now, you can tell that if I'm a customer that doesn't have any skills to start with, I can get up and running with the global skills model, and I'll be able to see skill recommendations on day one. Some of the important aspects of how our AI engine runs is that we are doing periodic updates to your data. So when that brand new skill emerges that didn't exist yesterday, we're able to pick that up and add that to the set of skill recommendations. And in terms of the AI itself, this is a very powerful technology that we use with natural language processing. We take Doc2Vec to help with contextual matching of skill variations. And we have an overall deep learning engine that supports things like named entity recognition, locality sensitive hashing, clustering, classification, and dealing with semantic and grammatical feature analysis. Now, that all might sound very complex, but this is how our AI engine makes sense of all of the data that you've already got and turns it into that customer-tailored taxonomy that you really want to get started. I should point out that while our AI engine makes use of your skill data and any of your recruit, talent, and job profile data, we are not sharing any of our customer skill data outside of your tenant. So this is very specific and tailored inventory just for you. As you've seen throughout this presentation, dynamic skills is a very powerful solution. It supports many of the roles across the organization that can get the most immediate value from skills. But looking ahead, our strategy and vision in dynamic skills is to focus across the Oracle Cloud HCM platform. We continue to significantly invest in skills and skill-related features that can help every part of the employee lifecycle. For example, in the compensation area, paying market rates for skills is becoming more and more a top-of-mind issue when it comes to hiring, and HR leadership is thinking about how to incorporate that into an overall package. It's just one of many areas that we're considering as we continue to invest and help organizations really define their skills and gain that value that we all know is hidden within the data you've already got. I want to thank you so much for your time today. We hope you found this very informative. And if there's anything else you'd like to know about dynamic skills, we encourage you to check out oracle.com for more information. Thank you.